All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about how you can become a certified lifeguard. It's a job that's in super high demand all across Louisiana, and it's this awesome mix of serious skill and, well, a little bit of summer sun.
But let's start with a question for you. Are you looking for a job that's more than just a job? You know, something that actually has a real responsibility, where you're protecting and serving your community?
And what if that job also paid really well? Because check this out, lifeguards in Louisiana are pulling in between $15 and $21 an hour. So yeah, it's rewarding in more ways than one. Okay, let's break down exactly what it takes to get there.
So first things first, there's a physical test. Before you can even get into the classroom part of the training, you've got to prove you have the basic swimming skills, the strength, and the stamina that this job demands.
And these three tests, they aren't just random. They're designed to see if you've got what it takes. That 300-yard swim, that's all about endurance. Treading water with just your legs for 2 minutes, that's about strength and staying calm. And retrieving that heavy brick, well, that's simulating what it's like to rescue someone who's submerged. You pass these, and you've shown you're ready for the real deal.
And here's a cool part. You can start this whole journey pretty early. You'll only have to be 15 years old by the last day of the class. It's an amazing, meaningful job for a young adult to have.
Okay, so you've passed the entrance test. Awesome. Now you're in. You'll start the 26.5-hour training course. And this is where you go from just being a strong swimmer to a real professional rescuer. A huge part of this course is all about rescue techniques. It's not just about being strong, it's about being smart. You're going to master a whole bunch of different rescue methods so that you are prepared for literally any situation you might run into while you're on the stand.
And the range of skills here is pretty incredible. We're not just talking about jumping into the water. You're going to learn everything from simple assists to really complex, high-stakes rescues, like when there are multiple victims. You'll even learn how to escape the grip of a panicked swimmer, which, trust me, is a critical skill for your own safety.
Now let's move on to one of the most serious parts of your training: how to safely handle someone with a potential head, neck, or spinal injury in the water.
This part of the training is absolutely vital. It takes so much focus and a really calm head. If you move someone with a spinal injury the wrong way, you could cause permanent damage. So these techniques like backboarding and stabilization, they are a cornerstone of being a professional lifeguard.
But your skills are not just for the water. Nope, this certification really turns you into a true first responder, ready to jump into action when every single second counts. This part of the course preps you for a ton of different medical emergencies. You'll learn CPR, that's cardiopulmonary resuscitation, for adults, children, and infants. You'll know how to use an AED, or automated external defibrillator, and you'll be able to provide critical care for everything from choking to controlling severe bleeding until the paramedics get there. Okay, so you did it. You put in all the hard work, and you've got your certification. Now for the really great news, that certificate unlocks a whole bunch of job opportunities all over the state. So let's take a look at where you could end up working. And what's really cool is the variety of places you can work. You could be on a beach patrol down on the Gulf Coast, maybe work a season at a local country club, or you could find a steady, year-round job at a big athletic club in a city like New Orleans or Baton Rouge. There's really a job to fit pretty much any vibe you're looking for. But here's the thing, getting your first certification isn't the finish line. Not at all. It's just the beginning. The aquatics field has really clear paths for you to not just keep your skills sharp, but to actually move up into leadership roles. So the system is pretty simple. Your first full certification is good for 2 years. To keep it active, you just take a shorter recertification course every 2 years. It's a great way to make sure your skills and your knowledge of all the protocols stay fresh and up to date. And if you want to, you can specialize even more. A waterfront certification gets you ready for places like lakes and rivers. A pool activity leader course? That could be your first step into a management role. And adding skills like knowing how to administer emergency oxygen just makes you that much more valuable to any team. So what's the bottom line here? It's simple. This training gives you a direct path to a job. You're not just learning some abstract skills, you're getting a real credential that employers all across Louisiana are actively looking for.
So there you have it. You've seen the physical tests, you've seen the intense skills you'll learn, and you've seen the career opportunities. This journey really does transform you from just a swimmer into a professional rescuer, a guardian of the water. The only question left is, are you ready to take the stand?